Hello friends, welcome to Secrets Behind the Stars. Before we dive in, tap subscribe and help us grow, because today we're unpacking the romance that has split timelines and fueled midnight debates. That buzzing, impossible to ignore love story everyone keeps whispering about. Yes, you guessed it, Ozan Baba and Sinem. And in true leading man fashion, there's a twist that had fans rubbing their eyes. First came a cool, I don't know, shrug, then a sudden follow on social media, and before the dust settled, a ring flashed on camera and the two were caught sharing a frame that spoke louder than any caption. If you're settled in with a coffee, let's walk through every beat, from the first denial to that gleaming ring that turned comment sections into a frenzy. From, I don't know, to, I'm following, it began with the lightest nudge, a tiny online ripple that became a wave. Asked about Sinem, Ozan Baba played it brief, careful, and unbothered. I don't know, he said, or at least that was the tone fans heard in a clipped interview moment and a few coy replies under posts. Nothing to see here, right? But social media never sleeps. Within days, watchers noticed Ozan's account suddenly tracking Sinem's profile. One tap. One follow. One explosion. Feeds lit up, so he doesn't know her, but now he's paying attention? Classic move or accidental like? Commenters chose their sides in seconds. The reactions came rolling in. Textbook Ozan, some joked, spinning memes about denials turning into digital breadcrumbs. Others warned everyone to calm down, a follow is just a follow. Still, the vibe shifted. That single gesture functioned like a curtain lifting a few centimeters. If you looked through the gap, you could sense a story forming. Comparisons, analyses, and sly hints flooded the timelines. Some even asked, half teasing, half suspicious. Isn't this like pretending to be a couple, while others shook their heads, no, this is just Ozan surprising us again. But the real spark landed when Sinem shared a casual video, the kind you throw up when the light is pretty and the music fits. At first glance it was routine. Then, freeze frame, a ring gleaming on Sinem's finger, simple and masculine in design, a style people swear matches Ozan's signature pieces. The comments detonated. Did Ozan give that to her? We're done pretending. This is real. First the, I don't know, and then a ring? Be for real. That frame got snipped, magnified, slowed down, scrubbed for reflections and background clues. A million detectives, one mystery. In hours, the ring rewrite began. Headlines pivoted. Fan pages and gossip accounts put up side-by-side shots, comparing the band to pieces Ozan has worn in public. The vibe was no longer rumor mill fog, it was a fog with bright streetlights shining through. After the ring, the chorus got louder. No doubt anymore. And because this is the age of receipts, people made mini timelines, deny, follow, ring, photo. 4 beats, a whole story. Sinem's post stayed tasteful, nothing overt, but her timing, her captions, and the comfortable way she filmed around that ring told a more intimate story to anyone tuned in. Ozan's online behavior matched the rhythm, new follows, late-night likes, and a couple of cryptic posts about timing, patience, and finding calm in the noise. If this was coincidence, it had suspiciously good lighting. The two of them, without saying a word, were sending messages in plain sight. Social media did what it does best, obsess. Instagram reels looping that ring. TikTok stitching old interviews with Ozan's new follow. Threads tallying dates and flights and interior decor. Pausing on a rug that looked familiar, a plant positioned the same way fans saw in a past magazine shoot of Ozan's home, even a pendant lamp whose reflection became a clue. Is that Ozan's ring on Sinem's finger? Became the question of the week, asked half laughing, half pleading for confirmation. And here's where the script felt eerily familiar to longtime watchers. In the showbiz playbook, there's a pattern people jokingly attribute to Ozan: deny, hint, reveal. First, distance. Then, a gentle, almost accidental clue. Finally, a visual that doesn't need words. With Sinem, the beats landed almost perfectly. He downplayed. He followed. She wore the ring in frame. Somewhere between all that, the temperature changed from chilly rumor to warm certainty. The audience split in two. One camp cooed that they looked beautifully matched and hoped they were keeping it private for the right reasons. The other camp raised eyebrows, concerned at how fast everything seemed to move once the digital snowball got rolling. But even the cautious ones admitted the chemistry felt less like a stunt and more like two people letting their guard down in tiny, controlled doses. They sued each other, one comment read, "But wow, this unfolded fast." Of course, history matters. Ozan's personal life has always hummed in the background of his career, drawing curiosity and commentary he never requested but could never escape. Over the years, whispers linked him with co-stars and creative collaborators, then drifted away as seasons changed. He's fiercely private until he isn't, a pattern fans now recognize. Sinem, polished and grounded, carried her own chapters. Quietly stepping out of a recent relationship earlier this year, choosing peace over noise, and redirecting her energy to shoots, friends, and long walks that ended with sunset photos. Two people, both coming off complicated stretches, both wanting clarity. It makes sense that they would meet in the middle of all that and find something that felt calm. Then there's the ring itself. In celebrity language, accessories speak. On social media, they shout. That band on Sinem's hand wasn't just a pretty detail, it became a signpost. Fans freeze-framed the table edge, the texture of the sofa, the way light fell in the corner, convinced the video was shot at Ozan's place. The consensus in entertainment circles settled on a confident murmur: you can't hide a bond that's ready to breathe. And if you listen closely, you can hear all the winks, classic Ozan, play it cool until the moment a beam of truth slips under the door. As reactions piled up, the takes got punchier. He always pretends he doesn't know, then he shows the whole world without saying a word. Sinem put that ring on, there's no way to put the genie back in the bottle. Every breadcrumb is documented. The algorithms rewarded the obsession. TikTok edits zoomed in on the ring, then panned to a clip of Ozan wearing something nearly identical months ago. Instagram stories tagged both of them with detective music humming underneath. Some joked that Ozan is a stealth romance expert, others argued he just wants to protect what he values until it's sturdy enough to survive the storm. And yes, there were the usual side conversations. Is this the slow play soft launch that PR teams study, or just two people moving naturally in a public world? Threads tallied who liked what, who unfollowed whom, and how many seconds Ozan watched alive before slipping out. People even counted the old photos Ozan liked on Sinem's feed and whether the likes came in a burst, which led to the affectionate accusation of harmless Instagram lurking. It's exaggerated, it's funny, and it's also how modern love stories get told in public, through patterns, not press releases. Which brings us to the question that always sweeps in once a couple starts trending: is this real, or is it a synchronized social media dance? Here at Secrets Behind the Stars, we try to read the room rather than shout over it. Yes, there's the denial. Yes, there's the performance of privacy. Yes, there's the perfect reveal, the ring, the soft smile, the casualness that feels anything but accidental. But sincerity radiates from the details, the ease in Sinem's posture, the steadiness in Ozan's tone when he posts about listening more than speaking, and the measured pace at which all of this is unfolding. Sources near Ozan hint that he has no interest in rewinding old tapes, he's focused on what's next, on keeping things grounded. Friends of Sinem say she finally exhaled with someone who sees the long game and respects the quiet spaces in between. Early days? Absolutely. But seriousness can show up early, too, especially when you've already learned how much the wrong kind of attention can cost. Both circles quietly echo the same refrain: they're choosing peace and building carefully. And then, almost like a punchline, came that photo. No posed red carpet. No splashy caption. Just a candid frame that slipped out, with both of them within the same breath of space, clearly at ease, both aware of the lens and unbothered by it. It wasn't a declaration, not exactly. It just felt like a scene from a life already in motion. People stared and smiled and argued and speculated. That single image did what 1,000 words couldn't. So we circle back to the beginning. Denial, follow, ring, photo. The 4 beats that transform chatter into chapters. Along the way, the internet did the internet, creating a temporary classroom where everyone became an expert in rings, reflections, and relationship pacing. But beyond the noise, there's a simple through line. 2 artists navigating fame's neon lights, choosing when to dim the bulbs and when to let them glow. Maybe that's why this story hit nerves and hearts at once. It's not just the intrigue of whether Ozan's ring ended up on Sinem's finger, or whether the 2 of them synchronized their social media in a masterclass of soft launching. It's that the rhythm feels honest. Protect what's fragile, share what's strong. The ring suggests strength. The follow suggests intention. The photo suggests acceptance. Will they confirm it outright? Maybe, maybe not. Sometimes the answer is embedded in the behavior. The late-night likes, the parallel playlists, the identical coffee mugs that appeared 2 mornings in a row. Fans are seeing enough to believe, and believing enough to care. And if this is a chapter they decided to write gently, we can respect the pacing while still relishing the clues. There's also the bigger picture, the pressure of quick-burn romances in the age of constant scrolling. New relationships are forced under hot lights long before they've had time to breathe. That's why the strategy here, if there is one, feels wise. A small denial to buy privacy. A subtle follow to test the waters. A ring that says, in its own quiet way, this isn't casual. And a photo that lets everyone in, softly. The steps might look familiar, but the intention behind them seems personal, not performative. Naturally, not everyone agrees. Some viewers insist it's too neat, too cinematic. Others point out that authenticity and good timing aren't mutually exclusive. One thing is certain, this story has range. It sparked jokes, warmed hearts, and fed 1,000 think pieces about how celebrities reveal love now, through implication more than announcement. If you ask us, the truth lives in the way they carry themselves. Relaxed. Decisive. Unhurried. So here's our take, the denial bought them time. The follow opened the door. The ring planted a flag. The photo taught us they're not hiding, just choosing. If the goal was to move with intention, they've achieved it. If the hope was to build something that doesn't crumble under scrutiny, they're off to a poised start. And if you're rooting for them, the signs are promising: contentment in the pauses, humor in the comments, and a shared understanding that intimacy needs protection, especially when everyone is watching. What do you think? Did Ozan's cool, not me approach make the reveal feel sweeter, or did it leave you suspicious? Was Sinem's ring a deliberate nod to the watchers, or simply a moment of personal joy that happened to slip online? Do you think the photo was an accident or a gentle confirmation meant to calm the rumor storm? Drop your thoughts below so we can dive into the theory pool together. Before you go, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a beat from Secrets Behind the Stars. We read your comments, we see your DMs, and we love how sharp your eyes are. Until next time, may your coffee be strong, your timelines be drama-filled, and your favorite couple keep giving you just enough to keep the story delicious.